Hi everyone, welcome. Today we are going to be learning simply symmetry, which is lines of symmetry and when shapes are symmetrical and asymmetrical. So for our warm-up today, I'm about to show you guys a picture of a butterfly and I want you to tell me what you notice about this butterfly and what it looks like. Okay, so does anyone want to tell me what they notice about this butterfly? Jackson or Zach? Zach, it's orange and it has some yellow in it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it has wings. That is correct. What do you notice about the wings, Winter or Callie? There's two wings. Yes, that is correct. And that they're very similar. That is the key word. You just said it. So, what about this butterfly? It's the wings that are similar? Yes. And they kind of look the same. And yeah. So, today, with that, I am going to be talking to you guys about symmetry and what it means for a shape to be symmetry or symmetrical. So today's learning targets are, I can identify and draw a line of symmetry in two-dimensional shapes. So let's keep going with that. All right, so what is a line of symmetry? Does anyone know what a line is? Yes, you, Zoe? Yes, a line is a line segment that has 2 points. Yeah, kind of like we learned a few weeks ago. That is correct. Right, well, a line of symmetry is an imaginary line that passes through the center of an object or a shape, and it divides it in two congruent halves. Does anyone know what congruent means? All right, Emily or Trent? Congruent, yeah, it means they're both similar. They're the same, that's correct. Which means I'm going to teach you guys how to draw an imaginary line of symmetry. So we're going to take our imaginary markers out and we're going to draw our line down our face because our face are very symmetrical. Yeah. So everyone do it with me. Take your marker and write it down. Yeah. All right. Good one. Good one. Everyone show me your markers. Awesome. Okay. So this means if we have a shape, you see how right here, we have a big shape and we take our imaginary marker. We'll pretend my mouse is my imaginary marker. We draw the line down. Oh, gotta go back. Sorry. And we draw the line down all the way. And then we fold these two pieces together. They're gonna be congruent. So it's like the same piece. You see this? Yeah, it's kind of like that. So let's go and practice some of this. And so here's some more examples of them. We see another butterfly and an apple and a leaf. So if we take our imaginary markers, everyone take your imaginary markers. We're gonna pretend to do it together on the leaves, the apples, and the butterflies. Ready? Yeah. And you see it, this is the whole shape. You put it together. It's like this one piece. Can everyone do it with me? Let's take our hands and let's do it like this. And then we're gonna close them. We're gonna pretend that our imaginary line's right here, and we're gonna close them. Good job. Okay, so if something's symmetrical, everyone say it with me. If something is symmetrical, that means you can take your imaginary marker and it can go down and it can create a line of symmetry. But if we take our imaginary marker down a shape and it goes down and both sides are not the same and they're not congruent, that means that shape is asymmetrical. So you see right here, we have this tree and this tree is symmetrical because if you take your imaginary marker and you draw that line down, both sides are going to be the same. But if on this one, on this tree that's got, this side, and you take your marker and you take it all the way down, then it's not the same. It's not symmetrical. It is asymmetrical. All right, so let's practice some of these. Okay, here are 6 shapes. So I will do the first one, and I'm gonna take my mouse, which is my imaginary line, and, oh, sorry guys. It goes all the way down. Was that a line of symmetry? Are both sides, when I do it like this, congruent? No, I don't think so. You guys are correct. What if I take it this way? No, it's not symmetrical. You guys are correct. Okay, so what would we call this shape if we don't have any lines of symmetry? Is it symmetrical or asymmetrical? Let's see. Winter or Zach? Winter, you think it's asymmetrical? Yeah. Zach, you agree? I think so too. I think you guys are correct. So let's go down to this shape down here, this 3. Is this, let's see. Let's take our imaginary line and let's go all the way down. Oh, the sides don't match up when we do it like this, do they? No. But, so here's the thing about lines of symmetry. They don't always have to be up and down. They can go any kind of direction. They can go diagonal, they can go straight, they can go up and down on certain ones. Doesn't mean that that's necessarily gonna be the line of symmetry for that shape, but it is possible to create lines of symmetry doing it with this way, diagonal, back and forth. So let's try it with 3. Let's go all the way down. No, I don't think it's symmetrical. But if we go this way, Zoe or Alyssa, do you think both sides are congruent when we chop it in half like this and we divide it into halves? Alyssa, you think it's not congruent? Oh, you do think it's congruent. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't hear you. Okay, so Zoe or Callie, if we chop it in halves and with our imaginary marker sideways and both sides are congruent, is it going to be symmetrical or asymmetrical? You think, Alyssa, it's going to be asymmetrical? Well, that's a good guess. Let's look back to this shape right here. And remember, both sides weren't congruent. So that one was asymmetrical because we didn't have a line of symmetry. Yeah, and we do have a line of symmetry here. Yeah, so we're going to think back to that. We're going to think back to the trees and how the tree that had the wonky side that didn't make it congruent sides when we cut it in half, that one was asymmetrical. So if we do it like this and we have 2 congruent sides, top and bottom, do we think it's going to be symmetrical or asymmetrical? Symmetrical? Yeah. Good job. Okay, let's look at this cup. Ooh, I think I need some coffee. Coffee's not gross. Okay. So Jackson or Zach or Zoe or anyone that wants to join in, if we take our imaginary marker and we draw it all the way down, is this going to create congruent sides in their halves? No, I think you're correct. I agree with you. But let's see this. If we draw our let's do our imaginary line. We'll go sideways now. And we're drawing all the way towards the side. Oops, keep clicking the wrong spot. When we go side to side, is that going to be congruent sides? Let's see. Anyone answer? You don't think it's congruent sides? I don't think so either. So I think that shape is asymmetrical. I agree with you, Trent. It is asymmetrical. Good job. Okay, let's go up here now to this shape. All right, so I'm gonna let someone else. Does anyone think that this green shape is symmetrical or asymmetrical? I'm gonna give anyone a chance. All right, Zach, you wanna try? Okay. So do you think this green shape is symmetrical or asymmetrical? Remember the trees, the picture of the trees we had. You think it's asymmetrical. Why do you think it's asymmetrical, Zach? Because there's no lines of symmetry. You are correct. Good job. All right, who wants to try with this G? All right, Winter, you want to try with this G? Do you think it's symmetrical or asymmetrical? You think it's asymmetrical? Why do you think it's asymmetrical? Because it doesn't have congruent sides whenever you use your imaginary marker. Good job. You guys are so awesome. Okay, the last picture. It's a truck, or it's not a truck. It's an SUV. Anyone want to try this one? Callie, you want to try this one? Okay. Do you think it is a symmetrical or asymmetrical or symmetrical? You think it's asymmetrical? Why do you think it's asymmetrical? Yeah, because when you split it in half, it doesn't create two sides that are congruent or similar. You are correct. You guys are so awesome at this. We have a few more examples to do together. Yeah, it looks like a triangle and a trapezoid. Some other shapes. Okay. Does anyone want to try with the triangle? And you can draw these if you would like on their own piece of paper so you can have it too. Don't be scared to do that. You're allowed to do that. Okay, so Emily, you want to try the triangle? Okay. Do you see any lines of symmetry in this triangle? Yeah, I don't see any either. Do you see any lines of symmetry, Callie, in this triangle? No, you don't either. So if we don't see any lines of symmetry, does that make it asymmetrical or does that make it symmetrical? Let's see, Jackson or Callie or Zoe, anyone that wants to answer. Zoe, you want to answer? It is asymmetrical. You are so correct. Everybody, give yourselves a round of applause so far. You guys are doing awesome. Okay, so we're gonna do this trapezoid now. It's a blue shape. Is this symmetrical or asymmetrical? Do you see any lines? So you can use your imaginary marker, or you can go ahead and take your mouse on your computer and do it too if you want while you're practicing. You can do it along with me. So if we cut it in half this way, does that make two sides congruent? No, it doesn't. These corners go out a little bit more than these corners. You are correct, Zach. But what if we take our imaginary marker, which is our handy dandy mouse pad pin on the computer, and we go diagonal down it like this? Is this creating symmetrical sides or congruent or similar sides on both halves? Alyssa, do you know if we do it like this? No, it's not. You are correct. But let's try it up and down now. Let's take our handy dandy magic marker or imaginary marker, and we're gonna go up and down. Is this creating congruent sides? That is correct, Alyssa. It is. Good job. Okay. Does anyone want? I'm gonna let you guys do this one, and I'm gonna let with your not markers, mouse pads, and along with it too. And then I'm gonna call on someone and ask. So I'm gonna give you a second to do it, and trying to figure out if this brown shape has any lines of symmetry in it. So I'm gonna give you like 30 seconds. Let y'all do it, and we're gonna talk about it in a minute. Okay? Okay, who wants to go first? Okay, you can go first, Emily. So let's hear what you guys say. You think it creates congruent sides when you use your magic marker? Yeah. What about you, Inter? When you were doing that, did you find any lines of symmetry in the shape? You did? Yeah. How did you do it? Up and down? Yeah. So remember, guys, when we're doing this, our learning targets for this lesson are that we are able to identify and draw lines of symmetry within two-dimensional shapes, which these are some two-dimensional shapes, and you guys are doing pretty good at it right now. So if we have one line of symmetry in this shape, and it's going up and down right in the middle right here, does that make it symmetrical or does that make it asymmetrical? Let's see, Trent or Winter. It makes it symmetrical. Good job, guys. We're about to play a game too in a minute where you guys get to do this. I'm gonna put you guys in breakout rooms, but we're gonna do one more problem all together first. So here we have this orange shape. I'm gonna give you guys another few seconds to figure this out, and then we're gonna come together. Okay, and then we'll let everyone talk about how this is symmetrical or asymmetrical, and if there are any lines of symmetry in the shape. So I'll give you guys a few seconds. All right, let's see. Jackson or Zach, do you want to go ahead and guess and tell me what you think? You think there is a line of symmetry? Where do you think there's a line of symmetry? Right there, there is. Good job, everybody. So, do we think, Emily, if there is a line of symmetry this way, is there a line of symmetry if we cut it this way too? That is, yeah. So there are two lines of symmetry in this one. That is exciting. So, if there are two lines of symmetry, or even if there's just one line of symmetry, is this shape symmetrical or asymmetrical? Like the trees, you remember the trees, the symmetrical one had two congruent halves, but the asymmetrical one had two different halves? Yeah, it's gonna be symmetrical. That is correct, Winter. Good job, everybody. So we are gonna play a game. I'm gonna give you guys the link. I'm gonna put it in the group chat or in the chat, and I'm gonna let you guys go, and you're gonna log on to your accounts for this, and I'm gonna put you guys in breakout rooms, and you're gonna play together. I'm gonna stop by and help anyone in these breakout rooms. So I'm gonna jump around, okay? So let me get you the link real quickly, and then I'm gonna put you guys in the breakout room. All right, so the link is in there. I'm gonna go ahead and put everyone in a breakout room, and I'm gonna stop by in everyone's breakout room, and I'm gonna see if you guys need help or anything, and we're gonna talk about this game afterwards, okay? All right, so this is where I put them in the breakout rooms, and I would jump around, and I'm putting them in breakout rooms so they can help each other, and so it can kind of form a sense of community within the classroom. So that is why I am doing that. For time's sake, and because I am by myself, I'm gonna go ahead and skip over that. But if this was a real lesson with students, I would be doing that, and they would be in breakout rooms. Okay, so, wow, did you guys have fun with the game? Yeah, Winter, did you like it? Jackson? Yeah. I thought it was pretty fun too. I played it a little bit also. All right, okay. So the next thing that we have to do is we're going to come back and we're going to talk about something else with lines of symmetry. And we're going to look at some real life examples. So give me 1 second, I'll share my screen and we're going to get back into that. All right. So everyone, I want you to look at this building. This is called the Taj Mahal. And this is a real building that you can find in India. You can go to the Taj Mahal in India and it will look just like this. But what does everybody notice about this building in this picture that I'm showing you guys? All right. Callie, you had your hand up? Oh, it's symmetrical. It is symmetrical. What do you think, Jackson? Do you think that this building is symmetrical? You do? It is. You guys are so correct. So this is something really cool about how lines of symmetry start to play a big role in tons of like real life things. So a lot of times, as humans, our brains are kind of more attracted towards things that are symmetrical than things that are not asymmetrical. So for instance, architects, which are the people who build buildings and structures, they tend to build symmetrical buildings because it's just more appealing to our eyes. So just like the Taj Mahal, which is a real building, and people really did build this and made it symmetrical. People use this in their everyday lives, which is really cool. And then we are gonna be doing our exit slip. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and send you guys the exit slip. I'm gonna give you time in class to do it in breakout rooms again, but we are not gonna go over it together until next class. And then we're going to talk about the answers together. So I'm gonna send you the link and I'm gonna put you guys in breakout rooms, and I'm gonna stop in everyone's breakout rooms again, just to make sure everyone's doing okay. And if you have any questions, ask me, and I will be more than welcome to answer. You can also text me in the chat box and I will answer that too. Okay, so I've sent the link out, everyone's got it. Thumbs up if everyone's got it. All right, okay, here we go. I'm gonna put you guys in the breakout rooms and let you guys do it. So this is when I would put them in the breakout room again, and I would have them do it, and I'd jump in and out and help everybody in smaller groups. And this is so I can give them more one-on-one time, and that way I can also collect the data from the breakout room, or not the breakout rooms, from the exit slips, but also I can kind of check the temperature of each breakout room, where everyone is standing and how they're all feeling with this lesson. And so I'll know who might need a little extra push for the next lesson when we go over this again and kind of deepen our knowledge. So I'll do that. All right. Bye, guys. All right. Everyone's back from the breakout rooms? Yes. Okay. Well, I had a lot of fun with you guys. I'm so excited to get to see you again. All right. Bye.